What's going on, guys? Wanted to hop on here while I am doing my morning routine and just kind of walk you through what my morning looks like while I'm at it. If you have questions, please throw them in the comments and I'll try to answer them as I go. So, I just got up in the morning, and obviously, the first thing you do is moisturize because your skin, as I woke up from the morning, my skin was a little, as usual, dry. And what I started doing on top of that is I put CBD oil on some of the spots. So this morning, as you can see, this is some of the spots that are showing. That's from just the redness from the sleeping, I guess. The back, I don't know what you guys can see, but there's not too much going on there. Elbows, as you've seen in my vlogs, normally that's where we're at. So what I'm doing right now is I just got up in the morning, walked my dog as always. It's nice and sunny out today, so let me actually just show you guys. It's really bright out. There's lots of sun, so got some vitamin D. Nice, beautiful Vancouver over here. So as I walked around, I was trying to catch as much sun on my face, on my back of my neck, as much as I could, because that's where I have most of the spots. And it's free vitamin D. Why not, right? So after the walk now, I'm about to make some breakfast. And this is the part that a lot of people conflict with their information, what they like to do, what they don't like to do. Lots of you guys lately have been saying how bad eggs are. So I'm gonna actually test it once I finish this last little bit of eggs that I have, and probably go without eggs for about a month or so and see if there's any difference. Now I've done this before. I went about a month without eggs and I didn't see a difference, but I've never done the water fast first, went on a diet, strict diet of no carbs, and went on no eggs. So we'll see if there's any difference at all in what I'm doing here. So at the moment, I'll show you my breakfast, and this is my setup, right? So I have a little bit of eggs set up here, about 4 eggs. I have some mushrooms, some greens prepared, avocado, broccoli, and cauliflower. So nothing crazy, nothing fancy, very, very basic kind of meal. So what I'm gonna do right now is, first thing, obviously I'm gonna mix up my eggs to make them a little bit more scrambled. And then I need to get a bowl. So some of you that probably don't care about my cooking abilities, the idea here is not to show you how amazing I cook, but just to cover in general why or how I'm doing things. So like I said earlier, ask questions as I go through this. This live is literally just for you guys while I'm cooking. Now the good news is that my skin hasn't got any worse than it used to be. I'm actually seeing slight improvements. Like I said before, my elbows area is where I measure it by. Like if you look at my previous vlogs, you'll see that it was like really flaky, really like annoying looking, and now it's a lot better. So from that perspective alone, I'm assuming that things are getting better. Now, is eggs one of the contributions? I don't really believe that, but a lot of you are saying that it is. So I might actually, like I said, I have to give it a try and cut it out. What are you guys trying? Are you guys working on any specific diets? Anything that you think is worth looking into? I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. So, I need my plate and a pan. And alrighty, time to cut up some mushrooms, some vegetables. So as you see, my diet is super clean, very like no processed stuff. I would say that vegetables might be the only thing, if anything, that might not even be good because of all the injections and the chemicals that they throw into them. So who knows, maybe that's one of the things that gives me psoriasis, and eggs are totally fine, right? So what I do is I cut up my broccoli. Let me see if I can angle it so you guys can see. I cut up my broccoli. I cut up my cauliflower into little pieces. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, 1 second. So, and then I mix it all up with the eggs, and that gives it an amazing, like, it's called a shakshuka in my country. I don't know what it's called here in North America, but scrambled eggs, I guess, is the right term for it. Very simple. Now, what would I do without eggs in the morning? I would probably resort to my chicken soup, to be honest with you, because I don't know what else to eat in the morning. I mean, I'm sure there's alternatives. They're good, but I need my, I need to feel like I'm eating some protein in there, if you know what I mean. So, okay, so I got my cut-ups. Yep, I'll also try to eat. Yeah, vegetables. So did you say eat them less or more? How do you even see the comments, you guys? Live chat, top chat. It's kind of annoying. If I don't look at your comment right away, it goes away. But anyways, so yeah, vegetables. I have no idea. I've been told they might have chemicals in them. I've been told the vegetarian is the only way to go, or vegan is the only way to go. Everyone has an opinion, of course, but the only way to find out is to test for yourself, right? So when I did the vegan for 2 weeks, I barely survived it, as you guys probably remember from my vlog. It's probably because I really cut out really fast into a diet. Even the water fast thing, I just jumped right into it, and thank God nothing happened. But like, for a lot of you that this is your first time trying to attempt something new, jumping into a diet out of nowhere might not be the good thing for your body, right? Like your psoriasis could be affected just by doing that big switch into something new like that. So thank God nothing happened with my water fast. I can tell you that when I went vegan, it was by far a lot worse than not eating anything. Like, I was surprised by that. Like, you would think that if you don't eat anything for like more than a couple days, your body will react a lot more than if you go vegan for a couple weeks, right? But apparently B12 or whatever that was missing in my body, and I really believe that it was something that I bought in a grocery store. It was one of those Beyond Burger pre-made things, and it was okay to eat. It tasted whatever, but I think that was the thing that got me. Like, I think it had some food poisoning in it because it was horrible. But now that I'm cooking all by myself and with the ingredients that I know, at least I hope I know, then should be okay. So cutting up all the vegetables, the mushrooms here, threw them in the eggs, the scrambled eggs here, and I'm about to throw them on the pan in a second. What is your guys' breakfast? What do you guys like to eat in the morning? Like, do you even eat breakfast? I know some of you skip breakfast completely. I've been trying to push the breakfast past like 10 past 11, but I know that if I don't get on that soon, I might run out of time to eat because I have projects coming up. I have clients calling. Although it's Saturday today, doesn't mean that they won't call. Just want to say what helps me: fish oil. Yes, so I do use omega-3 a lot. I take it every day, at least one pill. I do have some salmon that I cook up once in a while. Cod occasionally here and there. So yes, I do try to consume as much fish oil as I can. And again, do you do it? You don't do it for breakfast, obviously. You do it for some dinner or whatnot. What do you do for breakfast? That's what I'm curious about, because if a lot of you say you can't eat eggs, and I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan, and I don't believe actually in going back to it ever again, to be honest with you, like, what would you eat? Just straight like meat, I guess. What else? What is left? So eating chicken, maybe chicken soup, that's what I'll have to resort to. I used to do that, actually. I used to make a big pot of chicken soup and eat it 3 times a day. Like, I'll have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, chicken soup. And that was the time that I actually also went to the gym every day with the steam and cold showers. Now, here's another topic. Steam and cold showers is not something I got around to. Hey, Lava Music, how you doing? I don't know what your name is, but I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. For breakfast, chicken soup, yep. Yeah, that works. But here's the thing I was just going to say. When I went to the gym every day, when it was open, obviously, I used to do cold showers and steam and all that. Now, even the gym in my building is closed. So the only thing I have going on now is whatever exercise I can get from running around, doing home workouts. Obviously, there's no steam room in my apartment just yet. Maybe in the future. So the only thing I can resort to is getting my sweat on with my workouts, getting in the sun as much as I can while it's out, and cold shower I don't really get around to anymore because I don't know what it is. Maybe it's psychological for me, but when I'm at home, I feel like cozy. I want to feel good. So putting a cold shower and hopping in to the tub is kind of a different setting for me. So it's a mindset. Obviously, I can do it. The question is like, do I see an improvement from it? It is helpful. 100%. I'm not denying it. It's called Cartaline. So what is that? I don't even know what that is. So yeah, so I don't do cold showers right now, but because I'm trying one thing at a time right now. If I do all of them at once and all of a sudden it works, like happened to me before, then I have no idea what actually worked, and to restrict my life to the fullest forever just because one of the things out of 10 worked is gonna be quite difficult. So I actually want to narrow it down. I really strongly have that weird feeling that carbs have something to do with it. I don't know why. Don't ask me what made me come to that conclusion. I think it's mainly because that's the one thing that I've never really tried before. I've tried cutting out eggs before. I've tried going, sugar free, like clean food and everything. So I've tried putting creams on every day, like some of you say in the comments here. I tried to, so many different things. No red meat, no alcohol, no all that good stuff. And the only thing I haven't tried is no carbs. Even tried no food for 5 days, guys. Like, well, I only made 4 out of 5 because really after the fourth day was like so much doubt. Like, what am I doing this for? What's the necessity of this? What's the idea behind all this? Like, is this even helping? So much doubt. Yeah, an ointment. I actually did. That's funny. So you guys say that. I've done Epsom salt bath. I've done. What else did I do? I've done the Dead Sea before in Israel when I went to visit. I've also done oatmeals. Like some of you recommended that, and I saw on Stuart's channel before doing oatmeal bath, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I have to actually jump in food. Like, this is crazy. But I did it. Right, I did it. I jumped into literally a bath of oatmeal. Obviously, you get the oat out. You just have whatever is the residue from it. But I've done it all. I've even done the oats and Epsom salt all together in one bath, and I would sit there for 20 minutes, chill. So I've done it, a lot of things, right? I'm not gonna say I've done it all because there's lots of things I haven't tried just yet, but I've definitely covered a lot of ground. Okay, so now that I have my pre-cuts made, onto the pan, just put some avocado oil. So this is the avocado oil I use. Yes, I have done extra virgin oil before, and I still can do it. It doesn't matter really. I just pushed avocado just for difference, maybe some different nutrition. So, and then I just pour everything that I pre-cut in the bowl into the pan, after obviously stirring it up nicely. Now I'm also gonna throw the cauliflower in here so that I didn't fit everything in one bowl. I cut up maybe too much cauliflower, so save them for later. That's okay. The idea of this breakfast is to be full of vegetables while having a nice protein flavor to it with the eggs. And actually, surprisingly, I'm kind of enjoying this meal. Like, it's nothing that I don't like. So it's not bad. Even broccoli and a lot of people don't like broccoli, but I learned to actually like it. I don't mind it at all. Okay, and lastly, we have a nice avocado. Cut that up. Hopefully it's not bad because it's been there for a while. All right, perfect avocado, guys. This is great. Okay. So, now that I have all my things prepared, time to put stuff away, clean up. So this is my morning routine, like this is what I do every single morning. Sometimes I have meals that are prepped, like I said, with the chicken soup. Now, if you're wondering what my lunch looks like today, most likely I have some chicken that I made from a couple days ago. I have the salads ready to go. And what else do I have in this fridge? Any vegetables that are left over, really, and that's about it. So that's gonna be my lunch. It will be chicken, some vegetables, and that's it. Really, like, there's no carbs involved. There's nothing fancy, no spices of any sort. Just really simple stuff. Now let me see what you guys are saying in the comments if I can figure it out. So, yeah, it doesn't let me see the comments while I'm doing this. Oh, all the... There they are. Okay, figured it out. So, oh, hey, Anand. It's 1 a.m. Sunday, Easter. Why? This is very late for you guys. Why aren't you sleeping? Have a good breakfast. So, thank you. I'm about to, as you can see, cooking it up. Hopefully, we'll find a solution, guys. This should be helpful. Now, okay, so this is the other stuff I'm about to put together. So we have the avocado here. We have some mix of different leaves. Now, you know what? I believe that those leaves could be one of the reasons too. They probably put chemicals on them and stuff. I try to wash it up before I eat it, of course. At the moment, I'm just gonna put away. I'm gonna put away some of the cauliflower because I cut up way too much. Don't want to load up on cauliflower here. But as you see, this is the process I go through. And although I hate cooking and I hate spending time in the kitchen in general, I know some people love it. So I'm curious to know, what do you guys eat for breakfast? Nobody has answered me that yet. It's just like, you guys eat chicken soup? Like I saw one person say that, yes. What else do you guys eat? Is there? I need creative opinions from you. The more you guys share with me your recipes. By the way, yesterday I tried to make lava cakes again, with the minimum amount of ingredients, meaning nothing bad. I had 90% chocolate cacao. I had a little bit of flour, some eggs in there, and I thought, hey, this is gonna be, somewhat of a healthy kind of lava cake. It won't be that bad even. Like the chocolate is pure almost, like there's barely any flour in there. So it should be pretty clean, should be good. And then I realized how horrible it tasted compared to like the sweet chocolate that you put normally in there and it's melting outside. It was so bad I couldn't even eat it. I had to throw it out. It was the worst lava cake I've ever had in my life. So that's how my baking goes. Now I don't know, for those of you that saw my Instagram post, one of the things that I also do during the day is I make a little smoothie, and that has some fruits in it. So that's kind of in between lunch and dinner usually. Really good for you, really full of vitamins. Some of you also said that bananas are bad for you. So again, lots of opinions, right? Like everyone has their own methods and opinions. What's good, what's bad. If I listen to every single opinion, I will practically not be eating, because one person says eggs are bad. One person says fruits are bad. Another person says vegetables are bad. So you can be meat or vegan diet. Okay, avocado is a good choice, yes. But again, some people say that avocados are bad for you. Matter of fact, when I did the test for my all my allergies, avocado showed as one of the things that I shouldn't be eating. And I was like, are you kidding me? I like avocado. Like, of course I'm gonna eat it. But I did try not to. I tried whatever the list said. That was actually, by the way, for those of you that missed that vlog, when I went to a naturopath and I got the results, when they took my blood and it took the results of all the things that I can and sensitive to, like eating. And one of the things was avocado. Like, I was so shocked by that. And the cool part is, I don't think they made it up or gimmicked it in any way. Apparently, all the things that we can't eat for psoriasis were on that list. And I was like, there's no way. Like, how can psoriasis... Yes, if you have psoriasis, you shouldn't be eating certain things. But how does this test, or my blood, shows exactly the things that we should avoid? That was crazy to me. Okay, so... Very simple. I listen to my body, believe me or not. I listen to it all the time. And I tell you what, it never tells me anything is hurting. It never tells me not to eat certain things. Matter of fact, I'm pretty healthy. I feel great. I feel energetic. My skin, for the most part, feels okay too. I'm not going to say that it's perfect right now, but it's definitely not horrible. So while... Look at this. It's already catching some nice look to it. About to mix it up. Not sure why I put the fork away, but let's try this again. Yeah, like it's crazy to me how that result from the naturopath a while back, that was like a year and a half ago, It shows me all the things that I'm sensitive to, I shouldn't be eating. And a lot of those things were already not on my list anyway, like red meat and stuff. But I missed what you guys said there. Yeah, it's kind of weird doing live on the phone. You're good or health? I feel good and my health is good. Like internally, I feel great. It's literally the only thing that I notice that's a problem with me is my skin. Other than that, I feel perfect. Like I'm always active. I never feel like I'm tired or anything like that. I feel super energetic most of the day to do work, whatever I gotta do. Oh, one thing I forgot in the recipe, guys, and it's right in front of me. Turmeric. I'm gonna add a ton of it right now. It's anti-inflammatory, it's good for you, it adds the flavor, so why not? Now I didn't have onions or garlic, which I normally would put in too, which is sad, but they are really good for anti-inflammatory too. Now here's the thing, on the report from the naturopath it says that I shouldn't be having onions. Again, and some opinions online said no onions, and like I was like, holy crap, like I'm just gonna do things slowly, piece by piece, and see what works for me, because I can't just keep listening to people like that. But yeah, normally I would put in garlic, green onion. It adds the flavor, it's good for you, it's anti-inflammatory. What is it type? What am I cooking? Oh, you missed it earlier? So broccoli, cauliflower, we got some eggs in there, although you guys say not to. And we have some turmeric in there. I got some mushrooms in there. Just very simple. Yeah, if maybe fresh turmeric roots would be better. I don't know. Like, I'm sure this pre-made turmeric has some chemicals in it. I'm not gonna doubt it, but it's probably not as horrible as not having it. So who knows? So, guys, put a thumbs up and comment if you guys are enjoying this video. If you want me to do more of those lives, just me talking about what's going on, how I'm improving daily, like how are things going. I do want to know if this is helpful for you guys at all, because I'm literally like might as well do a video live while I'm cooking and talk about what's going on rather than just wait for the next vlog I put out, right? Like, it's up to you. I'm doing this, guys, for you. So okay, so now that my breakfast is ready, I'm about to enjoy this nice meal, and a healthy meal that should pump me up for the day. Hopefully not burn myself right now, because this is the tough part for me. Do you usually eat beans? No. The straight answer. I don't mind them. I just don't ever get them or cook them. But it's actually not a bad idea too, because they have a lot of protein in them. They're really good for you. Like there is a restaurant nearby called Man Cave or Caveman that I go to, that they have rice, beans, chicken, and I usually get it. It's like $10 or whatever, and it's amazing. And I usually get it from them, and they have beans in there. So that's what I normally do. But look at 1 sec. Really good to see you cooking here unless they're still locked down. Well, I'm still on lockdown too. Nobody's getting out. My food is ready, but let me show you. Like, you will not see too many people. Look at this. So this is downstairs. I don't know if you can see. There's not many people outside. There's some cars passing by and stuff. But like the seawall, usually in this sunny day, you will see a ton of people walking by. There's nobody walking by right now. Like maybe a couple people here and there with their dog or whatnot, but most of the people are on lockdown, and they haven't yet came out with the law here, or mandatory law to lock down, but soon enough there will be. Cops beating in your country? Not in Canada. I think you're confusing it with the US. Canada, cops don't beat anyone. Well, at least, you know, nothing over the average as everywhere else. But no, on lockdown, most people are trying to be quarantined and stay away and not be next to others, right? So how do I feel about Corona? I posted a vlog about it. I don't think it's horrible. I'm sorry, not wrong wording. Corona is horrible. Coronavirus is killing people. Obviously, it's bad. I don't think it's going to affect me as for psoriasis type of people more than anyone else. Yes, our immune system is weaker. yes, if you take any drugs or any medicine injections, you might make it even weaker for you too. But if you're just chilling like me and you're eating and you're exercising and all that, then you're not any different. My exercise pattern in the week, um, at the moment, because we're working out from home, right? Like all the gyms are closed. Well, pretty much at least once a day, around 3 o'clock or so, or 4 o'clock, home workout. So I break my workouts into 4 days. So I do chest and triceps. One day I do back, biceps another day, abs, shoulders another day, and then legs on a separate day. And I pretty much hit hard when I do those things. Now that I'm working out from home, like there's so much you can do, right? There's no bench press. There's no a lot of tools to work with. So what I do is I start with my chest workout, for example. I do a lot of push-ups, right? Like I do an excessive amount of push-ups, and I do different type of push-ups. And I'll show you guys down the road. But I do whatever I can, and I do calisthenics essentially, right? I make up stuff like freestyle. For supplements, I actually just started creatine, which I read is really good for you, and there's so many benefits for it. I've never done before. I just wanted to try it out. I used to do protein before, but I don't. I maybe take a protein chocolate bar, which, before you comment, I know has sugar in it, but whatever. One protein bar is not going to kill me. It's a little protein bar just to get the effect from it. But other than that, not really any supplements aside from, vitamins, multivitamin, which I forgot to take this morning, but I will. I would take. I just run out, but I take probiotics every morning if I have it, right before a big meal. Omega-3 and vitamin D on top of everything else I take at night, and that's it. Nothing really else. Okay, guys. So if you have any other questions, let me know in the comments. So we do. I don't have a leaky gut. I'm fine. My gut is totally fine. I go to the bathroom at least once a day. I don't eat carbs for the last comment I just saw there, so that's fine. And my health, like I said, I feel totally fine. As long as you maintain a routine, nothing's gonna change. Everything's gonna be fine. What was the last question there? Anash asked, what things are worse for psoriasis? If you keep eating bad things, if you don't exercise, if you literally do the opposite of everything that you're supposed to do, then it's probably going to be bad. So don't excessively eat red meat. Don't excessively eat chips. Don't not work out, right? Don't not take vitamins. Like, those are a combination of things. Don't ever not put creams on, not shower, like things like that, right? Common sense. What do you do for a profession? Out of topic a little, but I do web design. I have a firm, and I coach and teach people how to do websites and how to run an agency. So the digital world, as you can imagine, everyone is moving to the digital world, so that makes me more busy than before. Do you still use the UV? I am still using the UV occasionally, but when I have a sunny day like this, I don't need to. So we have a sunny day. Here, let me show you. This is the best UV light you can get. Why use a lamp when you have a sun like that? But if you have a concentrated spot like this, you want to put the UVB light directly on the spot, then yes, it's probably a good idea to use it. That's what I do once in a while. If you hear a train, it's because I have one right there. You see that? Train tracks? That's called a SkyTrain here in Vancouver. Not a big deal. I live pretty high up, so it doesn't really bother me. Any other questions? How about mutton? I don't know what that is. What do you mean by that? But normally, what I like to do, and I recommend you do the same, is have green tea after your meal because it'll really help settle all the food, and it's a known fact that tea is good for you. So drink it. Did you use any I don't even know how you say that word. Steroids. I must use them in moderate amounts in form of cream. So, Joseph, I do not use any steroids. No, like crazy medical medicine stuff. I try to find a natural cure. I don't like all the injections and all the steroids and all that stuff because it's temporary. It's gonna help you now. It's gonna go all the way. You stop taking it, it's gonna come back. And a lot of those medicines and injections have side effects, or at least from what I know. Unless you tell me this is a natural thing, it's good for you, take this medicine, like it's no side effects, I don't want to even try looking at it. You're really down to earth. I'm a pretty chill guy, I'm not gonna lie. Like, why stress about it in life, right? Goat meat, I don't really have it, but I'm sure it's good. I'm a very creature of habit. Same thing, try not to try too many new things. What's a permanent cure? Savannah. Permanent cure. That's a big claim. Unfortunately for psoriasis, there's so many things that you can say are permanent cure. Unless you tell me it's fully natural and you do it yourself and heal your gut and all that, nothing is full 100%. Where do you get your CBD oil? Any side effects? So here in Canada, marijuana and CBD and all that is legal. So pretty much you can go online and buy it. But there's no side effects of CBD. It's really, really, really good for you, apparently. I haven't felt that it helps just yet, but there's only positive effects to it. Like, you never hear a story from somebody dying for using too much marijuana. We hear a story from a lot of drunk death, right? Most people that are consuming marijuana in any shape or form, they're chill, they're relaxing, they're not out there creating problems, right? That being said, CBD doesn't make you high. CBD is just really for the benefits of it. But the cool thing is, and this is really like a different topic in depth of it, if you do CBD and THC, which is the part that gets you high, if you do a 1-to-1 ratio, it's supposed to amplify the CBD effect, which is really, really cool. Do you eat any type of rice? So I like to eat rice, Ahmad, but at the moment I'm doing no carbs. So I don't eat rice. But I do have a full bag of rice, or actually 2 bags of rice. Do you like drinks and alcohol? I actually don't really drink alcohol as it is. I never really liked it before, so it's not like it was because of psoriasis. Like, I'll have a drink here and there, like, casually, but there's so many times I can count on one hand how many times I really got drunk in my life, and I'm probably a third way through my life. So, have you tried oregano oil? I have, actually. That's my buddy had it when I was getting sick or whatever a while back, and he was like, "Put it under your tongue," and I put it under my tongue, and it was disgusting, but apparently it's supposed to really help and clean everything. Are you on Rob Stewart diet? Your name is Rob Stewart. You confused me for a second. I was like, wait a second, is this Rob? No. So I'm not on any specific diet from any YouTuber. He is really big on carnivore, the carnivore diet right now, which is like a lot of meat. Um, I'm not. I'm just eating whatever, except no red meat, no processed food. And by saying I don't eat any of those things doesn't mean I never do. I'm just saying 90% of the time I don't. And to touch on that point, not eating certain things doesn't mean like that's it. You're cut. You can't eat those. Just means try to 90% of the time to be good. If 10% of the time you're messing up here and there, you're already ahead of the game because you're doing 90% of the things you're supposed to do to improve your skin. What other questions? How to remove scar? Unfortunately, I'm not a doctor or professional, but I can tell you from my opinion, a scar is called a scar for a reason. You can't really remove it. So depends on what kind of scar. Lots of vitamin E might help, from my knowledge. When I actually burnt myself when I was cooking for my dog, I put a hot boiling water pot and I put beef in it that was frozen, and to my stupidity, tried to flip it and it fell back and the water went on my skin and it went right, I don't know if you can see it anymore, but it went right here, and that part is a little bit brighter now. I don't know if you can see it, but that scarred me. Essentially, I actually went to a skin clinic to see if there's anything they can do right away, but they told me just wait, time will heal it. And what I did, I put a lot of vitamin E cream and I put a lot of polyester on it, and they said that's the best thing you could have done, and I kept doing it, and I still do sometimes to this day. Vitamin E cream is really good for skin healing. So I actually posted the one I'm using on my website. So if you guys go on the psoriasisjourney.com, you'll see a list of recommended things that I use. Feel free to use them. Feel free to do your own thing. Start 10 milligrams per week of what? Methotrexate? No, there's no way. Methotrexate, from what I've read and researched, it's so bad. The side effects are like nauseous, vomiting, abdominal pain. Like, not worth my, like, I don't want that. How do you deal with itch? Well, here's a good thing. I don't have that much itch, and when it does itch, the only thing that helps relieve it is put cream on it. So instead of scratching it, put cream on it, and do it lightly. Don't scratch, don't rub. Just lightly put the cream on top. Make sure it soaks in and move away from it, and you'll notice that it really helps. These things you are definitely sure the trigger you. Well, the 8 things that I'm definitely sure that. Okay, that's a tough one. Stress is for sure one of them. Maybe, yeah, I would say stress is like 1, 2, and 3. There's nothing else I can think of. Like maybe some of the food, but I don't have a point. If I knew which food I can't eat, I wouldn't be eating it, right? So I'm sure some of the food, something in my diet is affecting it for sure. I would say something I'm consuming. It has to be something I'm consuming, because it's either chemicals like infused, or something I'm not consuming, not enough of. So number 1 is stress. Number 2 is something I'm consuming that affects it. And number 3 is something that I'm not consuming that's I'm missing. So hopefully those are relevant points, because everything else I'm taking care of in my life. I'm working out, I'm staying in shape, I'm eating pretty clean. I don't smoke, I don't eat, I don't drink alcohol. Thanks for information. But one doubt, I affected on psoriasis 1 year ago, but not repeating my body. I cured 90%, but how to go lifelong ago? Well, look, whatever you did that helped you get to 90% being clean, keep doing it. It's obviously working for you. The only thing you can do to maintain is to keep eating healthy, to keep exercising. Don't do sudden changes in your life. I would say the stress of change of any sort could affect psoriasis, so gradually go into it. Anand, look, reading material, anything online really. I don't really read that much about psoriasis. I just do my own research online, and what I find I implement here and there. Um, I try to listen to just a couple people, and not trying to diversify to 50,000 opinions, right? Everyone in the comments on my channel has an opinion, which is totally fine, and I respect it. And I listen to some of them, but the common things that I find is what I try. And I noticed quite a lot of people said no eggs, right? So I'm like, okay. A lot of people said, not just one person or two people, it's a lot of people. Like I would say, I counted like 5 or 6 people out of all the comments so far, maybe even more, that said no eggs. So that tells me, okay, I need to stop eating eggs because I'm seeing there's a pattern here. Methotrexate will reduce the itch, new lotion, blah, blah. Look, I don't doubt that methotrexate will actually fully remove my psoriasis. I don't doubt that at all. Matter of fact, some people actually say it does help, and I'm totally cool with it. But I'm not. I remember the side effects are like liver damage. Like it's almost like drinking a whole bottle of vodka every week. It has side effects that I do not want to have. And those are permanent damages. This is not like temporary and it goes away. So why feed your body with that, cure one thing and create another problem, right? I don't need to have clean skin and have bad liver after. You know what I mean? I don't need that. Bad skin is bad, but it's better than a lot of other things that you can have. Let's see what you guys got. Have you ever tried yin? I don't know, that Chinese cream? No, obviously I haven't. Like, how would I even know about it? If you're plugging your marketing in here, good for you. But no, I haven't tried it. UV lamp won't help much. Ninand, I don't know why you said that because it did help me. But again, I couldn't point and say UV light is what helped me. I think it was one of the contribution things that did help. What I can tell you is that when I got it, I was doing other things too, and something seems to help. So, can I say that UV light was the reason? No, I can't. But it was definitely a contribution. And for the last 2 weeks, I was using UV light, and look at my elbow. This is your proof, right? Look at my other vlogs before when I showed you my elbows, and you'll see the difference. Are steroids, but they are marketed in a herbal product. Yeah, if it says the word steroid, I'm not taking it. Simple as that. I used to do the cream that has steroids in them and put it on my face, and it was thin your layers more and more and more every time. Not down for that. It's like putting a band-aid on a broken leg. You're not fixing the problem. You're just hiding it. That's why I'm trying to avoid those steroids. Like there's no point. The side effects and how much they hurt you are a lot worse. So like methotrexate, the creams, anything that has bad effects, like what's the point? Keep in mind, like, yes, you're gonna fix your skin and it's gonna not itch anymore and you're gonna feel like, oh, okay, I have confidence now, but now you're hurting. Your liver is hurting, your belly's hurting, you need to go to the bathroom more often, you can't exercise, you feel tired. Like, what's the point of that? You know what I mean? Like, that's not worth it. I don't want to be a cripple with clean skin. What else are you saying? Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I didn't realize how much time went through while cooking and eating and talking to you guys at the same time. Tropical applications are, yes, so yeah, I don't doubt that tropical applications are good. I don't know any. If you have suggestions, I'm listening. How about coconut oil? So now that's a great question. I used coconut oil for a while. I have a whole jar, and I used most of it, like 95% of it. And yes, I would definitely recommend putting coconut oil. Make sure it's all natural, no additives and stuff. Really good for you. I don't do it as much anymore because I do other things, but it's not a bad idea to do it. My friend back there on psoriasis 2 years, but he's taking home treatment. He's clear, but my daily chain smoker, alcohol addict person, but no return. Look, everyone has a different effect on their body. Alcohol and smoking might not be the reason why psoriasis comes out. For some it might be, for some it doesn't. Not everyone is the same. Whatever works for me might be totally different than what works for you, right? But a lot of, like, if 10 people say that one thing worked and 10 other people say that thing worked, you might have a better idea what to try than if you try different things all the time. Awesome. Hey, how's it going? Doing great. Just finishing my breakfast while talking to you guys for the last 45 minutes. I didn't realize how fast time went by. I used the avocado oil, right? That's one thing. I also use extra virgin oil. But for now, for the last month or so, I've been using avocado oil because, I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm eating extra good stuff. No particular reason why I chose that. But normally, extra virgin oil. What do you guys normally do? I want to know. What do you guys eat for breakfast? For those of you that just joined in, what's your breakfast looking like? Because mine looks like it's going to get really boring tomorrow morning. Joseph, is there any sense in buying UVB lamp? I have more than half of the money. I need to buy one. But now I don't know if it's a viable option to help my psoriasis. Look, the easy answer to that is, if you think you're going to buy that lamp and it's going to cure your psoriasis, you're wrong. Sorry about the sirens. We live in Vancouver every 2 seconds. The lamp is not going to cure you. It's going to help you. What you're eating, finishing my eggs, my vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, and mushrooms with turmeric. We're eating again. Oh man, Christopher, you don't understand. I became creative now. I make such type of foods that I don't normally ever cook before. I'm not as lazy as I used to be cooking because that water fast makes you understand how much food is important in your life. And when you're in the water fast, you're creatively thinking how much you need to eat and how you don't want to eat boring stuff anymore. But back to one of your questions there about the UVB light. Like I said, it's not going to cure you. It's going to help you. It's a tool. You can't buy it and assume okay, this is going to be what's going to fix my psoriasis. You're going to think about it as, this is going to help me get to where I want to get if you do everything else right. Are you putting creams on? Are you exercising? Are you eating well? Are you not drinking alcohol? Are you removing stress in your life? If you answer yes to all those, then use the UVB light because there'll be an extra bonus to help. What is your age? You married? Well, what do you think? How old I am? How old do I look? I always want to know that. And no, I'm not married. I do not have a girlfriend. And at the moment, not looking for one. Victor, I speak Russian so I can read your name. How do you think what stands for psoriasis? Stomach, intestine? I think that's stress. It's all in your mind. Your stomach and everything else is affected second. Your gut is your second brain. So yes, it's one effect. What you consume has a big effect, but what you have in your mind has a much bigger effect. If you're always under stress, if you have forehead lines coming out, that's a problem. Okay, guys, I gotta wrap up. I have a meeting to prepare for, but I hope you guys enjoyed this live, and I'll see you guys back on the videos, vlogs. Until next.